There we are. Uhura, what are our orders, please?
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Oh, that's right. Gosh, it's been like 2 weeks, I think, since I played this game. Maybe a little longer.
Nothing to report, Captain.
So, let's proceed to the Digifal system. I don't have any of this memorized. I did consult the star map just a little while ago. Do I have to fight anyone?
Klingon battle cruiser.
Ooh, maybe the Klingons.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battle cruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taras of the Nizra. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system. For your own safety, of course.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once.
Sorry, I had to respond to a text there real quick. I think we can take care of ourselves, Taras, which is more than I can say for you.
You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz? Get your ship out of here now.
We'll kind of go for the...
You are in direct violation. I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you.
You interfere in a just cause. You respond to a cry for justice with arrogance? Now you shall see how Klingons deal with their enemies.
The Nizra has fired on those weapons.
Oh.
Weapons.
These guys are probably the easiest people to kill in the game, I swear. Can they cloak in this game? I mean, Klingon ships can cloak, I just don't remember if these ones in particular do.
Target analysis of.
Ah, there's 3 of them. Is that normal? I don't remember that. I am in pursuit. They're fleeing. Can I catch up to them? Klingons don't flee, they'd rather die in battle. Oh, jeez. Why are there so many? You know, it just occurred to me that I think you're supposed to be diplomatic here, and I failed. Ah, there were suddenly like 4 ships firing at me. Alright, well let's try this again. I failed. Ugh. My mic seems incredibly loud right now.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise.
I am Commander Taras.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than... You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, Mr.
Yeah, I guess we'll say that.
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone.
I don't want to piss these guys off, even though I am kind of pissed that they're in Federation territory. Well, now that we've done that, I guess we'll just enter orbit. What a cool planet. So I haven't played Star Trek recently, but I have been watching a lot of Star Trek, and I mean a lot. I've been like doing a whole Deep Space Nine marathon, and I've really been collecting my thoughts on Star Trek lately.
I have pinpointed the source of the energy train.
I think I've reevaluated Deep Space Nine lately, actually. It's much better than I used to think it was. I mean, I always thought it was pretty good. I definitely think it's one of the last great Star Trek series. I didn't like Voyager too much, but I'm willing to say now that Deep Space Nine is much better than I used to think it was. So,
Hailing frequencies open.
alright, I guess we just gotta beam down now.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
So I'm on season 6 of Deep Space Nine right now. Wow. Who's this? Star Trek themes all playing there. Is that the moon? Because it looks like it's nighttime around here. But it also looks like all these glowing red eyes everywhere. I love these games' graphics.
Greetings, my children. I can
Quetzalcoatl?
barely imagine that you have come so far.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you? I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. What did you do to get the Klingons? We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose chase you forced us into.
I really want to say that, but this guy's all powerful. He might kill me.
Quaint expression. I have done nothing to anger them. I did with them what I have done with everyone.
And exactly what would you have done with them? Entering Klingon space for anything puts the peace in peril.
Yeah, okay.
Jeopardize the peace? Hardly. Peace
Quetzalcoatl.
is what I preach. I am Quetzalcoatl, as you well know from the proud history of your...
That's an Aztec thing, isn't it? I don't think it's an Olmec thing. Otherwise he'd be Ixtrapalapaketl.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you.
I don't think he's from the Mayan Empire. I think Quetzalcoatl is supposed to be Aztec. Unless Quetzalcoatl is just a totally made-up name for the sake of this, I don't know.
Ha! You mean your followers love pieces?
I think I was just talking with my mic on there. So yeah, I don't think he's Mayan or Olmec. Ixtrapalapaketl. You mean...
Your followers regularly
Possible. You must be lying.
And then your followers were destroyed, because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you.
white men. Always arriving on continents and destroying things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the Aztecs now, because it's referring to the Spanish conquistadors invading and taking all their Aztec gold. Crud! Oh, that guy's got a transporter too. Cool effect! His mouth isn't even moving. Okay, he was Aztec.
Greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here until you have learned the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Sorry, I was saying Quetzalcoatl or something. Well, it seems we need to get out of here. Let's climb this vine, shall we?
The vine will not support you.
Oh, fair enough. This is a very classic Star Trek premise. And what's funny to me about it is there's not even an excuse for it in this game. However, because they're so true to the game, they include such a premise like this anyway, and I'll get into that in a minute. So let's just chat with everyone here for a second.
Do I look like Houdini to you? I'm afraid you're going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat on this one.
You get no response.
Really? Oh.
Those vines would be useful to escape, if we could reach them.
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now.
Let's see who our red shirt is today.
No enemies in sight, but supplies could be a problem if we don't get out.
You're dead. You're dead. I really want to kill off a red shirt on this mission. That'd be nice. Let's see what we got here. Let's pick up that snake. Hey, get back here. What's Kirk doing just reaching down trying to pick up a strange snake? That may not even be a snake for all you know. We're like on an alien world. I can pick up a rock.
You pick up some rocks from the pile.
Now watch this. This is clever. With the rock, I'll plug that snake hole. This is what we signed up for Starfleet to do. And now that snake ain't going anywhere. I'm just gonna put him in my pocket. Do I still have the rocks? Yeah, I gotta throw it at this vine up here. So while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna say, like...
It did appear to knock the vine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan?
The premise I was talking about was where the crew from the Enterprise, they always encounter some ancient historical figure of great renown, and it turns out that all along that it was like an alien. So like there's an episode of the original Star Trek where they meet like Apollo, I think. But Apollo wasn't really just a god that the Greeks made up, but he actually was like an alien that visited Earth at one time.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right. We're on our way.
You're dead. So, the reason I bring that up
Nothing happens.
is because it's just kind of interesting to me, because in the TV show, you got the idea that they did a lot of those stories just because it was kind of convenient too from a budgetary point of view. Like, like there's so many instances where, like, I don't know, the crew of the Enterprise, they might go visit the, do I have to make all these guys climb up here? I guess I do. Nothing mundane about that. You know, it's just like when the Enterprise crew, they visit the Nazi planet, they visit the Wild West planet, or the ancient Greece planet, or the, what other places did they visit, which was basically just like... And you got the feeling that the writers were encouraged to do stories like that just to make use of all the existing sets. So, because they already had like an old western town built, or they already had all the Nazi costumes and stuff. Can I just leave my red shirt there? That would be great. No, he's got to come with us, doesn't he? And there's an episode of Star Trek the Animated Series that's actually a lot like the premise of this one, where you meet like an ancient war god from like South America or something, only that story pans out a little differently than this one does. Okay, I guess we can move on now. Where do I go? Can I... Yeah, I've been watching so much Deep Space Nine lately. And now that Worf's on the show, I'm just... One thing that occurs to me about Worf is that actor must have got so tired of saying the word honor. He's just always talking about honor, even more than he was in The Next Generation.
Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
There's no getting past... Well, there is getting past this guy, but... There's one of two solutions here. One's an elegant solution, and one's not so elegant. Let's see if we can talk to him.
I will not listen to your deceitful ways.
Maybe Spock should scan him with his tricorder.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Maybe if I just had Spock go over to him, he'll do the Vulcan nerve pinch.
Captain, I do not think that I can defeat him in personal combat.
What about your famous nerve pinch?
It is unlikely to work on a man of that size, Doctor.
Damn, you noticed.
It never had to do with size, right? You just gotta pinch the guy's nerve. Okay, so either you can offer this guy a sacrifice of blood, which you do by using this snake that's just kind of here in our pocket, or you can just huck a rock at him, which is hilarious. I'll try to do the snake thing first.
The snake enjoys snacking on you.
See, and what would make you even try that? Like, do I have more inventory now? Can you try just shooting him?
Still inoperative, Captain.
Oh, that's right, our weapons don't work. Can I take the snake and give it to him?
Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. And I remember sometimes I would just huck the rock at him because I forgot how to do this with the snake.
Self-sacrifice is the noblest quality of humanity. You may go. Beware the monster in the water. You may have my knife to defend yourself.
Oh, jeez, you shouldn't have. He just drops it on the ground. I do have a rock to defend myself. I could put a rock in one hand and a knife in the other.
Beautifully crafted knife.
Can I talk to this guy now? No, he's just, I don't know what he's doing now. He's kind of dancing. What's that dance you're doing? I can't remember if there's anything to pick up here. This is a nice place, isn't it? One thing about this game, or any game that has graphics like this, it just really makes you want to hang out in this place.
Below this rock is a large growth of mushrooms.
Ooh, can I pick up mushrooms?
You fail to obtain anything.
What are they doing there then?
You fail to obtain
I honestly think you're just supposed to walk on or something. It's not very exciting. So you gotta hand it to this game. I mean, in a lot of ways, it's so true to the original Star Trek. Because not only is everything aesthetically similar, I mean, you know, to how the original Star Trek looks, but even just the kind of stories that are very typical in the Star Trek universe, they stay true to as well. This is just such a typical Star Trek premise. So if I send the red shirt across here, this little sea monster is going to get him. But I don't quite remember how to do this. I know if you sacrifice the red shirt and then the monster will just carry the red shirt away, then he's pretty content with having just him. You lose points for that though. Can Spock scan him?
Captain, I do not believe that my service to Starfleet includes, as humans say, throwing my life away.
Let's talk to him.
You get no response.
Alright, well, let's just look at it.
The river water is too muddy to get an idea of its depth, or what may be beneath its surface.
I don't think that's what I meant to look
The
at.
river water is too muddy. A pair of eyes are all that you can see of the rest of this creature. Most of it is hidden beneath the murky water.
I believe we can get kinda close to it.
Captain, it would not be wise to cross while the creature is near.
Captain, perhaps I should try to cross first.
But if I send him to do that, he just... You know what, I remember this now. I can send the red shirt, and yeah, I'm gonna do it because you'll see why later.
He looks at you with a...
And maybe Kirk has to get down from there first. Alright, red shirt, you're up.
He looks at you. He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
I want you to...
He looks at you with a... He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
Maybe you just have to try to make Kirk do it again.
There's nothing at the moment. There's nothing at the moment.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there. There's nothing at the moment.
And maybe I just gotta walk up there.
Captain, it would not be wise to...
Captain, perhaps I...
Captain, it would not be wise.
Captain, perhaps...
He looks at you with a... He looks at you with a... He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
There's nothing at the moment for...
Due to the small size of the knife, I doubt it would harm such a large creature.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I gotta quit playing with my mute button.
It would not be wise.
Captain, perhaps...
See, I'm trying to get the guy to go up there, but I don't know how to do it.
He looks at you.
I'll give it a try, Captain.
Yeah, you're dead. I set out to kill a red shirt, and that's what I'm gonna do. Like, why would any of us assume for a moment that would work? Well, the theme here is sacrifice, isn't it? So... Ooh! I like this place.
It is a large cluster of crystals.
I want a large cluster of thingamajigs. That's what the knife's good for. Though I don't remember what we use these crystals for later. More of those red eyes everywhere.
You have one dilithium crystal in raw form.
Oh, it's a dilithium crystal. We just happen to have dilithium. Dilithium, as you know, are the crystals that power the warp cores on the Federation starships. And other species starships, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Klingons use dilithium chain. I'm not sure, because in Star Trek 4, I think they had to get a replacement for the kinds of crystals that the Klingons were using. They weren't dilithium. So, I don't know. Someone's gonna have to correct me on that, probably. Alright, I've got dilithium crystals. That's fine. Let's talk with these guys more.
There is a contradiction, Captain. If Quetzalcoatl is really an entity of peace, then Lieutenant Strachey should not have died.
Perhaps we should hold on to that hope, Mr. Spock, that a civilized being will not kill for trivial motives.
But that monster killed him, not Quetzalcoatl.
That creature was quite real, Mr. Spock. We will discuss this with our host when we see him. Unfortunately, human history is full of people who did not practice what they preach. Quetzalcoatl is just one in a long line of them.
Yeah!
I would wait until we meet him before judging him, Captain.
We have met him, Spock, and look what he's done to us.
I've lost any appetite I may have had for squid, Jim.
He doesn't seem to be.
Alright, Kirk never seems to want to talk. La 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 la
Watched
la.
as you worked through the problems I set in your path. You are a valiant, intelligent
Aw,
species.
thanks.
I was particularly impressed by the sacrifice made by Lieutenant Strachey. Of course, I gave him back his life.
Oh,
He
what
is
a waste of
now
your
safely
powers.
aboard your vessel. Please sit down.
I'm telling you, we got
have much
thousands
to
of red
discuss.
shirts. It's okay to kill them.
I've had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others.
Maybe he's a member of the Q Continuum.
One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive? Yes, I guess we do. Go on.
Let's
One
ask
thing
that.
first,
That's
if
interesting.
you're so
I tried to teach them the concept of self-sacrifice. It would appear they did not completely understand my teachings. You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be.
This alien has
Tell
no
me the
concept of the
truth
Prime
about my
Directive.
disciples, that they became ruthless savages.
The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister.
Mister.
Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid.
I don't like pandering that much to this guy, but I'll do it just a little more.
I sense truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Rakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of
Is
peace
he
was
saying that he
overthrown,
tried to
I
do
no
the same thing
longer
for the
worthy of
Klingons?
my
Did I
power. Tell me, has
not
your
pick up
species
on
made
that?
progress in the medical arts?
We're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine?
I told you I wasn't going to keep pandering to him, so now I'm going to be kind of a dick.
Of course, how foolish of me. Still, there are cultures where medical knowledge is considered a sign of weakness. Warrior cultures where nothing matters but physical strength. Survival of the fittest.
I don't know if I've talked about this before, but you know, another thing I've noticed watching Deep Space Nine, I've probably mentioned this, but I gotta mention it again. It just really,
Thereby making
I just still fail to understand how
Jim, I'll try, but the
the Klingon race can even be a spacefaring race, because when you think about it, everyone is so obsessed with combat and battle and dying in battle.
Scotty, 4 to beam up.
So where do they find the time to become scientists and engineers? I just don't understand it. Because, like, statistically, just not that many Klingons could really die in battle. But they still talk about it like it's the most important thing.
3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just entered
But
the
I mean, if
system.
that's so important,
Kanga is
and they're
heading
so obsessed with it, how do they even... Sorry.
This is Admiral Blickfeger of the Clearton. You harbor a criminal who has caused the destruction of the entire
watch this for a
population
minute.
of Rakkor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Rakkor, where a court of Cleon justice will be convened.
If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
Admiral Vlick,
And we know they
the
can,
criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of
because
a
they
very
did
delicate
just a little
divorce.
while ago.
He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Rakur would cause the deaths of the entire planet.
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Rakur.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Rakur?
Yeah,
Has been governed by my
Mr.
family for
Klingon man.
generations, but even they were corrupted by him. It was a matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for the deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me, how much do your commanders know about what
I love Kirk's inflections. You murdered. You're insane. Family Guy really capitalized on that in their impression of William Shatner.
My God, you killed your
Let's
own
go with number
people.
2.
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Rakur would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Vic.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Rakur. Klingon law will permit you to observe or aid in his defense. But be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers. That would be murder.
No choice.
Someone decided to give Scotty a line.
Klingon justice. Set course for Rakur, Mr. Chekov.
I've really concluded that my favorite engineer of all time is Chief O'Brien. Better than Scotty, better than Geordi, better than B'Elanna from Voyager. Was that her name?
We have come to the ruined Klingon planet.
She was probably the most boring
To
engineer.
deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court.
And I don't remember the engineer's name in Enterprise either. But Chief O'Brien was definitely my favorite.
To witness this
It was nice to see him move up too, being that he mostly worked in the transporter room. And then you see him total chief engineer on a space station in Deep Space Nine. Quetzalcoatl kind of beams out a little differently than everyone.
The prisoner and his witnesses will stand forth, so the trial may begin.
See, I love this planet. I want to live on a planet where it's cloudy all the time like this. Although that city looks kind of bleak, doesn't it? There's the Klingon emblem there. Emblem, logo, I don't know.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle.
You are without
Universe
honor.
offers many
That's all
surprises.
Worf ever says. He
That's
must have got
less appealing
so
than the
tired of
total
saying
Klingon
that.
flick. Let's get this trial underway.
So be it. This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, stirring dissent, encouraging cowardice.
See, I swear he's got to be like a member of the Q Continuum who doesn't really even know he's a member of the Q
Should he not be
Continuum.
tried by a Klingon High Court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in high court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlick. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial.
Kirk is a warrior. I'll give him that.
And this trial is a mockery for the... Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl.
Wouldn't that be the greatest? And I'm pretty sure if you do that option, it ends the mission right there. That would be very hilarious. I want to hear him say that one
And
more
this
time, though.
trial is a Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl. And this
We'll do the number 1. It's the best way to go.
hereby intervene.
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
Well, it looks like you're on your own,
Faced Klingons
Quetzalcoatl.
both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not
Kirk's
worthy of
quite
your
unflappable,
kill me.
as Netflix describes him. If you get on Netflix and look at the description for Star Trek, they describe Kirk as unflappable.
Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor.
I think my problem with Klingons is they're too obsessed with their own ways. Like, they're always talking about their honor and everything that matters to them, but they never seem interested in other cultures.
To
but everyone's expected to be fascinated by Klingon culture.
What is this place? Not much
Ensign
known
Benny?
about
Ah,
Rock,
you're dead.
This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that Vlicht intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
That electric thing, a life form?
Justification, Captain. He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
And these red shirts get more dialogue than Lieutenant Uhura or Scotty or Chekov or Sulu. It's kind of sad.
He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat.
I don't know if I mentioned, but I've been playing Star Trek First Rights off to the side, or was it Judgment Rights? I keep forgetting the name of it. And I noticed they gave all the other characters, Uhura and Scotty and Chekov and Sulu, a lot more dialogue. So that was kind of cool. I'm doing a playthrough of that game just alone before I decide to do a recording of it.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Oh, Kirk.
You've handled those Klingons well, sir. You've got them on the run now.
God, was he just being sarcastic at me?
You've handled those Klingons well, sir. You've got them on the run.
Oh, I ought to shoot you for insubordinates. That's what it was. That wasn't sarcasm. That was sheer insubordinates.
Captain, I have calculated the odds of surviving this and...
Shut up, Spock.
Thank you, Dr. McCoy. I watched this tribute to DeForest Kelley on YouTube the other day, and it's you'll get pretty emotional watching it.
How could you do it, Jim? I spent hours trying to save his life, and you just gave him away in
Being that
seconds to the
Dr.
Klingons.
McCoy was one of my favorite characters in Star Trek always. And the actor who played him, DeForest, he's just such a great guy. It was sad when he died. Oh,
The floor is incomplete, made of unrefined natural rock.
unrefined natural rock.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
So we gotta get past this electric thing. Let's try throwing a rod at it, shall we? Kirk's just gonna hold it. Bzz. No good. But if we make a giant cigarette, it will work. And I'll show you what I mean. Don't you want a
Remove some
phaser?
of the rock.
Now we pick up the filter. And we dip it in the sweet tobacco. And now,
You coat the rod with molten iron. It
now we
hardens
have a
with
giant cigarette. And this, I believe, is Star Trek's hidden anti-smoking campaign. Why? Because we throw the cigarette at this thing, and smoking kills.
As I suspected, Captain, the creature is in stasis. It should awaken in 3.
Well, smoking puts you in stasis anyway.
I bet it'll be mad.
Yeah, probably.
We do not know the code, Captain.
Can we communicate with our ship?
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet. We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Rakor, and what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig. Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Right, well,
You get no response.
Captain, I have calculated...
Shut up, Spock.
Why do I have the feeling?
there's nothing at the moment for me to do there.
You look but see nothing of note. A slightly antiquated Klingon lock mechanism. A slightly antiquated...
Wait, our weapons work now. Can't we just blast our way out of here?
Jim, are you mad? That's our only way out.
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot open the
Jim,
door.
stop trying to shoot everything. You're making me nervous.
Can I pick up the cigarette
You
again?
fail to obtain anything.
Maybe I can make more cigarettes. Is this gonna be a mistake?
You coat the rod with molten...
Because I got no other way to... Okay, I guess he just puts it down. Well, let's try Spock's tricorder.
An entry coder for the door. keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism.
Okay. Did he do that?
Nothing to report. Nothing to report. An entry coder for the door.
This part honestly kind of escapes me. I'm not really sure what to do here. We just gotta look at whatever we can.
This section of wall was carved by some sort of plasma field.
This wall was carved from the natural rock.
Wait, there's something about this that seems familiar, but what have I got in my inventory? Why did we grab that dilithium earlier? We did absolutely nothing with that item.
The wall is resistant to phaser fire.
Jim, are you mad?
Well, maybe I need to talk to the Enterprise again.
Captain, there is a force field. We have your position at approximately 30. Keep us informed. We'll help.
Uhura, prepare to receive a tricorder message. There is a door with an entry coder here.
Okay.
Try to analyze the circuits and let the main computer crack the code.
Scan complete. Main computer has the code. We also read an anomaly. Something else has tapped into the key code. Shall I analyze?
Do it.
I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura. I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura.
Yeah, we're curious. 'Cause Kirk's always curious about stuff.
Sir, we have a secondary code that is nested in the Klingon program. Computer is unable to analyze its function. Shall we broadcast it to you when you activate the keypad?
Affirmative.
Good luck, Captain.
Cool. I think we can get out of here now.
There is nothing at the moment.
Spock, you do it. Mind that cigarette. Ah.
What is this place?
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Gentlemen, I suggest we start
Bones is
trying
really
to figure out
irritable
what
right
this
now.
is. I have a feeling we've come someplace Flick wasn't expecting us to go.
Interesting. Let's scan a few things, shall we? This part of the game I figured out once through sheer trial and error. As far as I could tell, there was no way to...
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to activate it.
All I know is you don't want to use these red ones.
Nothing to report, Captain.
You really can't scan these? Let me just save it just in case.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
If you use all the red ones, some super intelligent computer thing destroys all the ships in orbit, including the Enterprise, and you lose the mission. Either all the blue ones are good or all the green ones are good. I honestly can't remember. But this isn't too complicated. You just do all of the same color, really. It's strange, really. I mean, there's no logic to the puzzle. It's just kind of a trial and error thing. So let's see if all the blue ones is what we're supposed to do. It's gonna activate something. You are without honor.
We can transport you only in proximity of nearest humanoid life. Transport imminent.
If I'm not satisfied with that, I'm gonna load up the green one.
How dare you! The test was supposed to take place without interference from your ship. You have shown all lack of honor.
Honor? Give me a break, Flick.
I think I should have done the green one.
If I had been trying to murder you, Kirk, you would have surely died.
You don't lie very well, do you?
This isn't going how I want it to.
You think you are.
I'm tired of this posturing, Kirk.
Then you admit this trial is a sham. A charade.
Yeah, this isn't what I wanted to
Of course
do.
it was, you fool. Did you honestly expect...
Captain, I taught other.
Then you have my...
Sorry, I'm gonna skip past this just because I wanna, I really just want to load it and do the green ones. It's how you do the best job on this mission. I just happened to remember that. Ah, jeez, there's no chance to load the game until I get to the next mission.
Captain's log. We've returned to Federation space, having tried and failed. You died.
Yet so did many.
Still,
I'm skipping past all of this because I don't want to get depressed by it. By my failure. 58%. Awful. Oh, well, we're going to skip this briefing here now, so nothing is going to get spoiled for us.
Message from Starfleet.
on-screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will...
According to considering the level of
Alright, don't worry, we'll get back to this eventually.
And
it would seem that we should
Stop talking. Alright, let's pretend all that never happened. We're gonna grab all the green ones. Love these sound effects. I don't know if you can hear the game very well. I have it turned down kind of low. I miss this kind of aesthetic, really. I mean, it's kind of weird because, like, with the new Star Trek movies they're making, it's all based on the original series. And I like it, but they don't make it look quite like it looks in this. And plus, for a Star Trek movie, I really kind of wish, at least for a new Star Trek series, I wish they'd kind of move forward with it. Instead of, like, I heard they're talking about doing a new series with another crew that would be like kind of a prequel, but I'd really like to see what happens to Star Trek after, like, you know, the war with the Dominion and the Borg more or less being neutralized and just kind of... Yeah, okay, let's watch.
For defense, use the light of war. For information, use my light. For transportation, use the light of travel. Sequences are keyed by combinations of crystals. Integrator now active.
Do I now push these things?
There's nothing at the moment from...
Can I talk to it?
You get no response.
Yeah, I just want to use your light.
At the moment.
So can I just put these green ones back in here? I still have that cigarette.
This is BLB, high mentality integrator now
Okay, sorry, now I don't remember what to do again.
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to activate it.
He said use his light for what? Maybe I do have to grab them all. Let's see what happens. You know, the problem is if I do this wrong, I'm gonna have to watch all that again. Grab the red ones just in case. Doesn't something happen if I just walk into this?
This is BLB, the most advanced life form on this world.
Oh, okay, I just walk into that orange thing.
Informing us of the situation. It shall be resolved. Admiral Vlicht, this is the defensive system of Rakur. You have engaged in genocidal activities on this world. Have you anything to say before your sentence is passed?
This is your doing!
No, Admiral, it is not. But that will suffice as a final public statement. The sentence is banishment to you and all
BLB,
members of your crew who were involved.
Kinda interesting, we deal with one advanced life form and then another. Quetzalcoatl and then BLB. I wonder if there's some significance with that. I wonder if there's any other reference of BLB.
Hoist on your own petard, eh, Vlicht? Do you want me to help you? You tried to send me to my death. Now you can rot as you get what you deserve. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl goes free, I'm willing to intervene to save you.
Agreed.
A life for a life is a just bargain, but his crimes are beyond count.
I do not see what can be served by more killing.
Idealism, an advanced concept.
Yeah, I'm not entirely satisfied with that. We should have left him here to rot.
Quetzalcoatl shall be set free. If you ever return to this sector, the sentence shall be carried out. No Klingon vessel may ever return to this world.
Very well.
Well, we do get more out of it. We get the Klingons out of here forever.
So you, Captain,
But the problem is we eventually make peace with the Klingons, so...
most pleasing.
But for all we know, that peace isn't lasting either, and we'll go to war with them again. I mean, they already broke the Khitomer Accords once in Deep Space Nine.
Their archaeological digs did come close, Captain, but I am very elusive. I waited and monitored the situation and chose to reveal myself to you.
Aww.
Now you may go. Heed my warning, Vlicht. I shall not be merciful a second time.
Chump. I like this. Like Vlicht's just kind of left there with all of them. I would have liked to have killed that red shirt, but it's alright.
Klingon ship leaving the area.
We will be setting
Yeah.
course for Digifal. It's the closest thing to a home that Quetzalcoatl has.
It would appear everything worked out for the best.
Except for the people of Rakur, Mr. Spock. Except for the dead.
Quite right, Kirk.
We have read your report on the problems
Yay.
and evaluate your performance at
95.
You and your crew received
I wonder where that 5% was lost. Maybe we should have had Vlicht stay there to rot. I bet we would have got 5% if we did throw a rock at that guy's head. That would have been awesome. Let's watch our briefing and then we'll take a break.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and
Okay.
therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has
There's always been some about the Prime Directive that seemed fundamentally, I don't know. There always seemed something either hypocritical or dichotomous or contradictory about it. I mean, it is an imperfect philosophy, and they are often defending the Prime Directive or deciding when they should break the Prime Directive. I think it's kind of more... I don't know. It seems to me like they act on it more as a guideline, even though it's technically the law of the Federation. Ooh, they gave Chekov a line and I missed it. And we only care when he says nuclear vessels.
He who rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe
Interesting.
returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe.
Isn't Alpha Proxima the, Ooh. Sorry for the feedback there. I still think my mic's on too loud. Well, anyway, so we got 95. Not bad. I'm wondering where I lost that 5% though. So, Quetzalcoatl. Interesting stuff. Alright, well, when we get back, we're going to proceed to Alpha Proxima and see what's up with that old devil moon. So I'll see you guys then.